What typically happens with CPI? This is your first time trading an event like that. CPI does usually give a pretty good move, so it gets pretty. It looks like that 68 is gonna. Well, no, it's not bouncing off that hard. So we're close to where we were like pre-war price, right? Before the war stuff started. So this thing could go up and down quite a bit before we get the direction. I have most of my sauce boxes off, but we have untested purple candles up here at the 398, 399, and 416 area. Right now, we're slap dab between two 5 minute levels. If we blow, so there's areas where we could potentially bounce. It's quite wide. So last night, the price I think stayed within this 200, 300 area. Yeah, it looks like this was. No, it dropped a little lower. Never mind. Let's see. This was Thursday. Nope, that was Power Hour. Yeah, right here. So yeah, it came down to 190. So 190. So last night, if you guys were listening to the Happy Hour show, I did say if this thing popped over 220 on the 5 minute and stayed up there, we'd get a push up, and it shot up 70, 80 points, which I didn't catch, but I watched it afterwards. I was like, oh, cool. So this was this bottom area where it stayed, and then there was actually, what was it? Right here, this trifecta setup. This level at 206 held after 8 o'clock. You can see where the wicks are over here on the 5 minute. So right here, this setup occurred at around 7:30ish. And you can see, right, the 2 minute, it did signal up pretty high, which made it risky, but everything triggered for that trifecta setup. Where was this one? To go too far back. Thursday. Oh, here we go. Friday. 7:30. This was Thursday, 7:30. This was like right here. Right here. This is where it began. Slow movement. And then you got another push. And then your 2 and your 5 lined up. And then you saw, boom. That level below at 206 held through Asia open. You saw that level test. Then you saw the break of that purple. And then you saw the huge move up, if anybody caught that baby. I during New York, I do pair it with P2P Madhouse. Like I am a big preacher of llamas fibs. Big areas of interest for me, especially when I combine it with Saucebox. Those are big areas for me to look out for. But I do wait for reaction. Yes, I am recording a mode. Right? I don't just jump in and start clicking. That's the thing, right? It gets up there. I want to see reaction, right? How far are my action lines coming? If I have Saucebox in play, I may try to get in a light potential entry, but I keep my stops pretty tight because I know that there's a chance it can blow right through it first. If there's a level above it, or maybe a candle's challenging, I'm gonna wait for that candle to get challenged. But they my biggest plays have come from combo of Saucebox, Quantum Level, and Llamas Fibs. For the newsread, no, I use the levels. The newsread, I use the levels. I did take a peek at it. I have it here. It's number 2, right? Quantum P2P, 1 and 2. I have it 1 and 2 for the reason. Those are my 2 top, right? And I did take a peek at it to see where we're at, right? Immediately, I saw this up here. Saw this 390. I got that purple line up here at 99, 98, just like I was telling you. I know I have a couple levels probably up here and a sauce box up here. So if this does spike up for the news, this is the area I'm kind of looking for. On the downside, I did have a level somewhere down here. I already have that blue line right down here. That's that 206 area where we bounced off this morning. 786 at 216, right? The one is at 193, where we also bounced up there. So I did keep an eye, and I did make note. I make mental notes of where I have my key areas. Right. I don't think I don't know. We're not close. We might be close enough to see if there's a level here, but I don't have anything here. But this is what I'm eyeballing up here. If it gets up there, it's a big if, because news, it could go either direction. But that's how I kind of pair them up. I haven't even finished marking my 2 minutes. This one's already been broken. So I got this one broken. This one's broken. I can just move these down here. This is the one that held right here at 262. That's the one that pushed the bounce up. The 5 minute is still holding as well. Let me turn that orb off for now, because I don't use that either at the moment. All right, here's your 5 minute areas. You got that 211 down here. I know there's that level at 206, this right here. So that area is still there to keep an eye for. Below 174, I have a bunch of room down. A bunch of room down below 174. Above 400, there's a lot of room up. Obviously, we have these two little guys here that I marked up a while ago. Next sauce box up there. So it's going to be an interesting move. So far, we're downtrending. You guys can see, right? We're breaking all the blues. So the trend is flipping on the shorter time frames. We need this 5 minute level to break, and then maybe go for this bottom side if it's going to continue to downtrend. If we keep breaking the blues. This is the next one that needs to break on the 2 minute. That's 62. Then we have this guy down here at 48. And then below 48, you have that level at 40, then 25. I didn't finish marking my 2 minutes. You guys can watch me do that. And then below here, got that guy. And then nothing until 25.66. On the top side, looks like they were all broken, even though they were by tips. And then I don't have anything that far. I don't want to go that far back. Just going to use these levels here for now. Bouncing off the 68 again. So at the moment for the news, if we cannot break 68 pre-news, 68 and 95, or let's say 97, because this top 1 minute level at 96.75 is what I'm eyeballing. That bounce off of 68 again. 2 minutes trying to curl up with a blue as well. So 2 minutes giving us a new blue down here to potentially keep an eye for. I mean, there's room for it if it can break 80. But this could get stuck in here. It's going to get tighter and tighter. If this is potentially downtrending, you're going to see it rejecting 80. If it's going to start ranging, you're going to see it break 80 and then just challenge this whole thing up here. So this is where you're careful with these kind of setups. All right. And I was going to put the chat on. There we go. Charts go in front. You go back here. And boom. There we go. That looks good. Boom. All right. If it breaks over 81 like it's doing right now, it's going to challenge the top of this purple candle at 87. You can see where your pockets are building. Could get rid of this actually. This is where your pockets are. The levels are getting tight. Indecision, waiting for the news. Yes, Chris. Because this is a quantum session, I don't have the sauce box on. I have the deep ones, but I don't have the ones that we're in right now. Yes, exactly. So I'll break and retest off the levels, and I use them as confluence. There's that 15-minute level at 330. 387 up here, 330. I don't have a 15-minute level at 330. I mean, I haven't really marked up a whole lot of 15-minute candles. 387 is the next level up. We got these purples on the 15-minute. Look at this 15-minute down here. Was this oh shit, look at this. At 5 a.m., 5:15 a.m. A plus plus on the 15-minute. 237. Yeah. So the 15-minute looks like it began it. I didn't even see this. This morning, 5:15. Hey, look at the 15-minute chart. I mean, this push 22. Did you get? You risked 30 points. Did you get 30 points? You got edged on 30 points. All right, she's making a push up. I barely look at the higher time frames because I don't trade them. Here is 15 minutes. Super chop. Look at the super chop right here. Oh, dang. Look at the 15-minute. 19. But that's like a 100-point risk. See, that's why I don't look at these higher time frames. This is 100 points of risk right here. 15. It pulled back to 87. And then it took off. 800 points. Oh, that's that news. That was the Trump tweet or whatever that night. That's cool, actually. I haven't looked at the 15-minute. I'm not patient enough for that. I'm just not patient enough for it. Let's see. There's also a channel in the Discord that has no news notifications that you can look at. Yes, there is news. There is a news notification called the economics update. You got it. Yep, there it is. Swap. You got it. Javi, when is the quantum? What? Oh, the webinar? I don't know yet. We're doing a quantum webinar. I don't know when it's going to be announced yet, though. So, is it better to have the 1, 2, and 5 for NQ? I feel like even with the 1 and 5, I still somehow mess up plays. Yes, I do. I have been finding a lot more consistency having the 1, 2, and 5 up, especially just having an idea of where the tighter range might be, because there are times where the range gets really tight on the 2. And I like it when it's pretty good on the 5, because you might see a break on the 1, right? But then you've got to watch out for these 2 breaks, right? You saw this break over here. You have these levels below. You obviously have the 5-minute level. So here, if you had the 5-minute level, you'd be careful trying to short this break of the blue. It did give you a spike down, but unless that 68 level breaks, we're not going anywhere. Bounced off of it a few times already. But you can see these little areas on the 2. And the 1, 2, and 5, thanks to, it was Kathy. She was the one that introduced me to this idea. It's just been, the change of consistency has been huge for me. So I do recommend having at least those 3. You can still do the 1 and 5, but you want to, heed caution with playing pure breaks on the 1 without strong confluence on the 5. But the thing is, the setups are the same. The risks are the same. So that's the thing. You're going to get into plays. The risks are going to be pretty low on a lot of setups. So even if you get stopped out, you shouldn't be like, YOLOing every setup, and you'll make it out alive regardless. Because remember, I only started using the 1, 2, and 5 just a few months ago. I only used the 1 and 5 for the longest time. Interesting. I do on the 5 minute. Show you my setup just in case I have something wrong. Maestro, see on the right of the image, my dotted is the 15-minute level I'm showing. Let's see. Oh, but that's on M and Q. So there's going to be slight differences between NQ and M and Q. Even on my M and Q, I don't have that. Let me make sure I have my settings right for the levels. Yeah. 5 and 15-minute levels. 330. I don't have anything on 330. The next level up I have is all the way at 387. Huh, that's interesting. Try refreshing Madhouse. That is interesting. I don't have that. Let me take a look. Let me actually take a look at the 15-minute chart. Let me see, because the easiest way to make sure it's an actual level is just go take a look. Let's go see where the cross happened, because that's where the level would have been created. So there's a cross up here at 388. That's that level I have. I don't see anything at 330. So there's no cross right here. Anything that pulled down would have broken it. And let's just scan through it really close, really carefully, just in case. All right, nothing here. Yeah, I don't have any levels there. The cross happened at 388 on the 15-minute. And last time it didn't hit over here. It hit, and no, yeah. So something's off there, Madhouse. Something's definitely off there. There was a cross up here at 388. There's no cross at 330 for that level to be created. 5 minute needs to break over that 90. We need to see it break over these 98 if this is going to continue to push. The 5 minute looks like it's trying to curl down, but the cross on the 5 up already occurred. Get rid of that then. So we got about... Oh, the 15 minutes trying to curl down. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the 15-minute. Let me take a look. The 5-minute action lines look horrendous, but it's signaling like it wants to push up, guys. If this can hold this 68 area, this is signaling like it wants to give a push up. Because I'm kind of seeing a potential, like if this can continue to push and we get those breaks up here, you're going to get this cross that's going to eliminate that level. But I want to be patient and see if this 368 area keeps holding. Preferably right now, I want to see the 72 get held. That 5-minute blue is right there as well. So I'm wondering how far up of a spike we're going to get if this does spike up. But the 68 area is still holding. The 15-minute looks like it's trying to cross down. So back down we go. Yeah, the levels though, Madhouse, like even if I had it set to that, there's no cross at that 330. So no level would have formed there. So like I have my transparency 90 only to not have it too bright. But even if I set it to that, the levels are created by the crosses. So if the cross is not there, there should be no level there. So I went back to go check. Um, oh, dang, I caught a little bit of that pullback. I'm getting out. I'm gonna scalp that, but yeah, this is setting up for a push up here. This is setting up for a push up for this news pump, guys. I'm not playing. I don't play news heavy. Just so y'all know, I'm in it with 3 micros. I got 2 riding right now. Just because if you get burned right with slippage and stuff, I'm a guy that protects his accounts. So I had 3 on that. I already took out 1, letting 2 ride. So especially when there's a huge uptrend, but I don't have the confluence and I don't have the trade internally, I'm beating myself over it. All right. Let's see, phase F. What's Yeah. So you have to be patient, phase F. Like a lot of the times when I mess up is when I anticipate. And when I anticipate, I get burned. And I know, I have my moments of impatience, especially when I'm going through my stuff. And I'll do the same thing. I'll anticipate. And I keep having to reteach myself, don't anticipate, because you see what happens. Look what happened to the anticipation. You anticipated the break, it didn't break. And then you got burned by being impatient. So patience is a big game here. It's a big, big game here. We rejected off that 96. So what I'm going to see for the news, right? And here's the problem with news, right? Because MOC and like Asia opening when you're testing levels and things, with something like CPI, which is a red folder, you have to be caution with the slippage because you can get a big wick both ways at the beginning. It happens where you get pulled out only to watch it go your direction. And this is why I play them pretty light when I play red folder news on evals and stuff. I'm already pretty green on this eval, so I'm just playing it light, like I said. Yeah, I do occasionally if I have confluence. Like here, you obviously have that purple candle, right? And these are tight stop losses, like 96 5 point stop loss. You could put a 5 point stop loss. You could pick the swing high, swing low. So if it touched 96, you could put your stop loss right above 302. Right? There's a lot of, and I'm going to go over some of this at the webinar. I'm going to give out some. We're going to do a webinar. Okay, I'm going to kind of tease. We're doing a webinar in a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know the exact date yet. But we're doing a webinar, and I'm going to give a little bit of free chicken on how to use quantum with market structure, right? A little bit of chicken in there on how I use it to potentially read and how you can use those swing high, swing lows as stops and things like that. All right, back down to that 70 area. I already got trailed out on my runners. I don't give much back, so might re-add down here, maybe. Just 1 or 2 to test it out again. Because it could push down to 68, so this is the thing. I'm playing it super light. It bounced again. But it's curling down, so I'm going to be cautious as well. Let's see, this is down here now. It's building support in the 68 area. I'm sorry, 68, 70 area. So you see these blue candles kind of giving a little bit of added support down here. All right, but you have the same kind of thing up here, right? We already broke that purple right here. We broke this purple right here. We only slightly broke this blue. The 5-minute needs to break over that 95. So what I'm going to kind of look for to see if this 5-minute candle closes over 95 right before the news goes. Look at that bounce again. It bounced off that 70, that 78, 80 area. Just a small bounce so far, though. Yep, it's in a 1-minute range right now. So yeah, this is where it's getting tighter. It's getting tighter and tighter. And this is, again, pre-news, pre-market openings, this is what happens. It might start squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And your move will be either a break of this side up here, which has a ton, or the break of this move down here, 70, 250. And if it can just rip through 35, then you're going to get a good move down. I have a hell of a lot more room up, though. Like it has less to hold it down on my end. Do you typically play rejections off quantum levels? So yeah, like I said, with the rejections, only when I had added confluences, and again, when I'm going to be teasing a little bit of market structure with quantum stops and things like that, the swing highs, right? You can aim for that as a stop if the risk is low enough. Be cautious of the trends because your trend is your friend. Little fun things like that. Oh no, I deleted that line right here. That I had right here. I'm being persistent just in case I have something off on my end or a glitch in the matrix. Don't mean to be annoying with it. No, Madhouse, don't be. There's an issue. We have to make sure we know what could be occurring. So you have a cross there. Actually, I see it. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at MNQ. And that's the 15 minute. That's the 15 minute. Because on the 15 minute on mine, there was nothing there. $3.30. Yeah, there's nothing there, brother. I got nothing there. Do you have this BADJ? Do you have that thing highlighted by chance? I think you do. Yep. Don't have that on. Do not have that on. Take that off. That's what it is. I've been on the case. We've had these discrepancies that were random. I was like thinking, what else could it be? That that adjustment will mess all the levels in the price action up. It'll mess up everything. We had to go through that with the sauce boxes after the rollover. So the current range is an 8 point range between 80 and 90. 90 and 80 is the current range. 84, you have a level at 84, that's the center point. Back and forth, back and forth. If I'm not mistaken, I hate when they look like this. Yeah, this is a blue candle right here. This doji looks like it's a bluey. So that's where we're bouncing. It's getting tighter and tighter. It's coiling up, getting ready for the move. Right, but this is like how I'm like kind of watching what's potentially occurring. Right, we're still breaking purples. We're not breaking any blues. Look at this. See, you can kind of see the stack that's pushing. We need to start continuing to break them. The 5 needs to break up here. Oh, sorry, I moved it again because I'm on the 15 minute. You know what? That 15 minute is on top of 90 as well. So that 90 is an area because that 15 minute is going to close at 3:30 as well. Here we go. We got 3 minutes left for the news. This is looking pumpy for me. That 96 on the 1 on the top. So this whole 90 area is that area. It needs to close above that. At the last 3 minutes. If it stays below it, it's going to be risky. But this is looking hella pumpy to me. There it goes. It's trying to do it already. It's already trying to do it. Here it goes. Like this is the hinty stuff, guys. This is like what I love to do with quantum news reading because I can already see the projected push and I need to see that 96 area break. And I want to see the 5 minute hold above it as well as the news comes in. Or it's getting antsy. The DOM is starting to react. So we're getting 2 minutes within 2 minute news. I got 2 micros up $60 right now. From 78 entry. It's fighting it. It's pushing it. We want to see this get closed here. Above it. There it goes. Come on. Stay up there. And this should shoot up. It would be crazy if this fakes us out. But I'm already up $80 on 2 micros, so you know, I can already be happy. But here we go, guys. Let's see if we get this explosion up here. Dom's going nuts, but this is news. It could go either direction. That's the problem with news. But this closes up here. I'm expecting it to push quite a bit. Look at that. It's hanging out. Boom. There it goes. Oh! Oh! Guys! Who caught that? Let's fucking go! $400 with 2 micros. You saw that? You saw that? Easy. Easy. Quantum, baby. You saw that? Closed above 96. That's all it needed. You guys saw that? $400 with 2 micros. Let's go. Easy peasy guarantees, y'all. Beautiful. Is that easy? I'm telling you guys. That's what I was waiting for. Look, there's Big Bluey. Look. There's Big Bluey on the 5-minute. Zero pullback. That is rare for it to give zero pullback. You know what's crazy? I saw $450. I hit exit all. I only got 263. I only got 263 of it. That slippage got me bad, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's recorded on there. I'm pretty sure it's because I celebrated. 2 micros. 2 micros. That's it. I haven't done a news trade in a while. It's been a while, but I used to love it because it literally this is what I was looking at. It was that simple. It was this simple for me. That was a freaking 100-point move like that. Zero pullback. MOC, same thing. I love it. There you go, guys. Easy 100-point trade for morning session with the boy. Just waited. We just waited for the 96. That was it. That 96 broke. I saw that 68. You could see the move, right? The candles tell the story. That's one of my favorite things I learned from Max. The candles tell the story. We saw the blues pushing. We saw that level hold. We saw the purples breaking. Kept going. We had that level up top, up here. And it ripped. It just ripped. That's how you narrate. Quantum gives you the narrative story of the market. It's fucking amazing. Top ticked it at CPI with 1 micro. Let's go, brother. There you go, Badger. Let's go. It was clean. And look where it rejected. Right out of sauce box. Let me look at the date on this one. I gotta peek at the date. This is my birthday sauce box. Oh shit! That's my birthday sauce box. That's the 25th of February. That's where it rejected. Right at the sauce box. And remember, we had that 15-minute level, guys. Look at this. Right? The levels, the quantum levels. Look where we rejected. Right? Remember, I had that level, that 15-minute level, Madhouse, at 387, 388, right here. We rejected at 386. Sauce box, right? Was Llama's fib somewhere up here? Did I say that I like that area? Hold on. Llama's fib was right above here, right? Yep, right there. Look at this. What did I say, right? Remember, right? 390 area. You saw it too, right? That's the shit right there. Clean. Boom. That's where we rejected. I love it. Easy money there. Do I have an explanation of sauce box? Yes, for my students, Slim Thick. That's something I have exclusive for my students. So if you want to learn more about it, I mean, just sign up for the coaching session or, That's it. I mean, I hate to sell my stuff, but that's the only way to learn about Saucebox. That's an exclusive thing. But like again, quantum is my main strat. Like Saucebox is just an added confluence, right? Especially when you pair it with llamas, fibs, and levels, it's mwah, like it's major area. That's where we rejected hard, right? Hard rejection. Other than that, right, everything else is you can see it with the levels, the reactions, the candles, everything here, right? So if we break underneath that big bluey that formed at 300, we're going to retest some of this down here, but we still, right, can bounce off. It could still try to bounce, but this is curling down now. It's trying to break that 300, and this could begin just to pull back all the way. The 5 minute still needs to break this 93. So this 93 area is, if it's going to bounce, this is where it's going to need to bounce at 93. If it's going to go back to retest that whole pull down. But if it breaks 93, then you're going to test everything it built up here in this 80 area. No, it just bounced off of it, actually. That wasn't like a strong bounce, though. So now 93 and 11 is the pocket. 300's the center. Cinema, look at that boy. Holy crap. There you go. You got 1,000 perfect on every account. Damn. That's precision right there, Cinema. That's precision. That was fun, guys. That was fun. I haven't done a news read in a while. I have to do it again. It should be called Secret Sauce Box. I know, right? The Secret Sauce Box. All right, there he goes, testing that 93 again. Let me get rid of these lines because they've all been broken. That's a 5 minute level, so remember you need a 5 minute to start pulling below it. All right. There's the tap. Another bounce. Now, if it does not start pushing over 300 again, the bounces will start getting weaker and weaker, and it might go for a break. It might, but you want to see it start to pull above 300 and then start pushing back up. If that 93 is going to hold, and then you want to see it rip through 311 and then continue the uptrend to maybe challenge some of that candle up there. But right now we did have the break of that blue candle, but you still need that 5 minute level break, just like we saw over here. Just like we saw over here earlier. What time was this? This was at 8:05, right when we began the session. Just like you saw here, right? You saw that blue candle break, but you had that 5 minute level right below. So you don't want to get in on this until that 5 minute level starts to give way. Just because this blue candle broke does not mean we're going to go. There it goes. Look, pushing up. But it's not holding. There it goes. Okay, now you need to see it really start ripping over 300 though. If not, right, this will just keep testing this whole little area. And if it stays too close to 93, eventually it will give way. And there's a pullback, so it's having trouble holding on to 300, which is also a psychological level. That was fun, y'all. Back to 93. 5 minute has about 2 minutes left. Ooh, we're getting a purple on the 2 minute, but that 93 needs to break. It's bouncing again, but is the bounce looking weaker or stronger? It's looking weaker. If it's struggling to break over 300 again, okay, there it goes. Not looking that bad. Okay. Okay. I just scalped that again. I'm just having a little bit of fun right now. The Dom's telling the story. There you go. All right. Just a couple micros at a time. 300 on another account already. Well, no, I was already up like 200 on this one, but just with 2 micros. Scalped it a couple times. Up to 311 next. Can't break 311. That's the range right now. 93, 311. If it breaks 311, we're going to test some of this stuff up here. Ooh, another blue candle. So that 93 is now gaining strength. So you guys seeing it? You guys really kind of hopefully starting to understand it more and more. I know we have a lot of people who've been here for a while, and there's been a lot of like clarifications with how to play those candles exactly, the levels, everything is very repetitive. And I've said this from the time before, and my explanations might have been off before because I always thought, oh, this is simple, but simple to me because this is my strategy. So I've gotten better at explaining things and how to actually play the candles, how to watch the candles, the breaks, the retests. This is all support and resistance. That's it, right? Think about it, right? What are the purple candles? Resistance candles. What are the blue candles? Support candles. What are the levels? Resistance and support levels. That's it. How do you play resistance and support? Break and retest. Break and retest. Break and hold. Break and hold. Rejection. Rejection and hold. That's it. That's all it is. It's that simple. It's been the most exciting study session. All right, here's the break at 311. Right now, right, this is a resistance level you want it to support. So if it's gonna continue, you want it to hold 311 now. If it breaks back underneath, guess what? We're probably gonna test 93 again, and we're still gonna range. So let's see if it goes. Right there it goes. All right, it's holding above. Let's see if it continues to push. And if we continue to push, we're gonna get another level that's gonna form somewhere up here that it can become support. Is anybody in on this? I got one runner. You're in it, Swab. There it goes. Look at that. Simple. Just simple. All right. But it needs to continue to hold over it. If it breaks back underneath, then we're going to push back down to that range. That's simple. That's all I want to see is how is it going to hold 311, and my runner is about to be taken down if it pulls underneath 307 because I trail it close. And if I get strat 6, I get strat 6. Oh, I might get strat 6 here. And, ooh, I got it. We got it. It's okay. My runner's out. If it pushes back up, it does. But it needs to hold above that 11 if it's going to continue to push. If not, we're still in a potential range between 311 area and 93. So there you go. That's how we read this. And again, right, I'm not going to hold on to too long. If it breaks underneath 11, there's a chance it's going to retest that 93, 95 area. And I'll just wait for it to. I'm not going to like let too much green bleed through. And if I don't get another opportunity, I don't get another opportunity. And I'm okay with it. That was a 20-point catch already. Any bias in that statement? That's low. Yeah. Oh, look at Schwab with the fundeds too. Let's go, brother. Took 2 losses and then that partial win. I think I'm just happy to accept this red on the eval, but happy with the fundeds. There you go. That's the goal right there. I used to just aim for 250 a day, brother. That was my oh, we're going to potentially get a purple here, and that's going to confirm the range. That was my bread and butter number. She's learning. She's actually my wife is actually with Izzy right now, learning her stuff too. So she wants to compete with me and say that she's gonna be the better trader and all. I'm like, go for it. I'll let you be my sugar mama. I'll be just sitting here, right, being pretty, doing the show. I'll do the stuff, and she can be the sugar mama. I'll be gladly to take that. All right. Yeah, me and Izzy have a little bit too much fun. That's true. The Jizzy show. She is in the Izzy boot camp. She's in there. Yes, Ken. She's in there. So on news, did you enter on MNQ and NQ? I entered on MNQ. There was some pullback on MNQ, yeah, but it was very small, like very subtle. And that's going to be expected. I take all my trades on MNQ. I'd only trade MNQ. I chart on NQ and I trade on MNQ. There's slight differences between the two because of the difference in volume, and the difference in volume affects the candles as well. So there's going to be tiny differences. Majority of the time it affects nothing, but it might throw off a couple reads here and there, but it shouldn't it should not affect it enough where it'll kind of completely put the strategy at disarray. It'll just be a misplay or something like that. That's what it'll usually be. You might not have a candle form properly. You might have a level be a point or a half a point off, things like that. Owen, when me and Owen were testing quantum back in the day, he only charted on MNQ, and he was able to pass evals left and right, like it was nothing, with 1 micro on a 25K account. It was fun to actually see him do that. All right, back to 311. This is your range. Let's see if we break this candle here and can start to hold above 311. What time we got? We got about 8:45. So I am done with that account. Let's go to, which one do I have here? This one. I didn't get entry. All right, is it going to retest? Ideally, I don't want to see a retest because that'll pull the lines down. But it could. That was a pretty strong break already. What time is it? Ooh, it's 15 minutes from 9. You know what? I think I'm just gonna call it for now. At least for trading. I'll answer questions for 15 more minutes so that you guys, those of you that are llama students, could go pop into his thing. Just because I don't like to be in trades right this close to, volume pushes. And oh my gosh, that jumped right off of 311. I missed it, but whatever. This is like, I have to follow my rules, guys. Like, there's rules that I hold myself accountable to, right? Some of you guys may have different rules. I do not like to trade 15 minutes within like opening sessions or like within 9 o'clock, because there's anticipation volume the closer you get to 9:30. Yeah, please beat my ass in payouts. Please, I'll bend over for you, Omar. Yep, take your time, keep practicing. The setups are repetitive, right? Be caution. See, this is why I don't like to. Exactly right here, right? Because it is retesting, right? But the whole candle can get retested down to 298. This is the breaking candle right here, and it happens to be a bluey, right? So this whole breaking candle can get retested. They held 308. That's the break, right? But again, we're anticipating volume at 9 o'clock. So it could just say screw you to the setup and just start ripping in a direction, in the opposite direction. And this is like why I have these rules. Unless I have an area we're in where, if we were like sitting up here maybe. But even down here, I mean, this is a big bed. Honestly, it could. It's going already. I mean, that was a beautiful retest right here. That was a beautiful 308 retest for 10 points. But that's it so far. But anybody have any questions? Got 13 minutes to hang out with you guys and just read. I'm just gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this. This was a beautiful one of those yesterday, guys. If you guys were in Power Hour yesterday, you got to see this in display. The retest. I wait for the retest, right? Those two plays that were massive in Power Hour were waiting for the retest. I waited for the pullback, the retest, made my entry, and then we caught those explosive moves. That's all this is. So we saw the break right here. Let's just go over this, right? We saw the break of this 208, 308, right? We had that 311 as well, so kind of had to be cautious with that. But the break, the retest, exactly what I look for, right? Your stop is usually the breaking candle, happens to be a bluey, right? So how deep would the stop loss be? 10 points. So going for 10, letting the runners eat the rest. You got your 10, and let's see if the runner can keep going. If not, right, I would probably put my stop below this candle right here if I want my runner not to get eaten up and lose some of the green. And if it does pull back to retest 93 or 98, I'm sorry, this is where I will look for a potential secondary entry to test to see if it'll push back up. If not, right, if it starts getting stuck in here, in between this area, then you're going to potentially challenge this little tiny area. And then if you get stuck in this tiny area, then you'll get here, right? And then you start seeing the little tiny moves. And as you break each area, right, and then you break a major area, then you start seeing a dump. Now, there are instances where, right, our president, Senor Donald Trump, could be like, oil, tariffs, and then you just get an instant fuck you candle. That you can't control. Like that, unfortunately, we cannot control. There she goes. Picture perfect. That's the setups. Repetitive, right? You just want to make sure you have room, right? Be cautious of levels. Keep an eye on the trend. You can see the trend is your friend, right? 5 minutes been uptrending for quite some time. We're in the double green, right? We were downtrending for a little bit here. We hit this level again, the same level where it bounced before, pushed back up. We've been uptrending since. So the confirmation of that is what? Continuation breaks of the purples. That's it. When you start downtrending, the confirmation is breaks of the blues. And you play the breaks and retest continuations. There's so many ways to make this thing your own, right? I don't scale in. Just because I don't do some things doesn't mean you guys can't experiment. Make it your own, right? If it's consistent, it's about consistency. That's what this is about. Is anybody in on that long? You're up 15 points just about right now. 10-point risk, so, Again, like I have my rules, right? I have the rules that I follow, so I'm not in on it, but I love watching it. Go for it, Paulin. All right, take your time. Break, retest 3-bar in your direction, but be careful and wait for the candle closes to see to be sure. Yes, always wait for candle closes. Guys, that's one thing I will preach forever is make sure you wait for the candle closures. Do not anticipate it pushing up because if you guys pay attention, okay, especially with the 5 minutes, at the last 30 seconds, you will see an insane pull up to close above the level, okay? Sometimes you'll see an insane pull up and it barely closes above and then it continues to melt. Okay, so there's instances of that as well. So that's where I use the 1 minute, right? I look at the action lines on the one to kind of see what is it kind of trying to do. Is it really trying to pull up now or not? And I look for a blue potential formation. But if it pushes well above it, like if let's say you have a level of 80 and it pushes above and closes at like 83, 85, like 3, 4, 5 points above, that level is still holding pretty strong. And expect another retest and then a push maybe. But again, you have to be patient. You have to wait for the closures. Do not try to anticipate the breaks. You will get faked out a ton of times doing that. It's very important, right? I will always please listen to me in Power Hour, guys. I always say I need the 5 minute candle to close below here. I need the 2 minute candle to close below there, or we ain't going anywhere. And that's pivotal, very key. Bro, I joined along before the reaction to the top, but I entered me at the top. I'm still holding on the long. Subi, how did you get in along at the top? No, Subi. I don't know if there's a possibility it could go up there, bro, but you have a 3-second delay? Wow, on the Discord? Or on the charts? On the charts? Are you subscribed to a prop firm, like to trade? Yeah, you're using Lucid. Okay. Are you logged into your Lucid account on TradingView through Trade of 8? Do you know how to do that? Yeah? And you're still got a 3-second delay? There's something off there. I have 0 delay. I don't have real-time data either, Cinema. I have premium, but I didn't purchase any real-time data. I just log into the props because the props give you data. Like the props, if you guys pay attention, right? This is why you pay the monthly subscriptions on evals and stuff because they do provide the data. And once you go funded, they don't. But I log into the funded Trade of 8 on my TPT or whichever account. Oh, Are you Subi, are you on MNQM 6? But yeah, hopefully he's not on the wrong contract. I mean, when you chart, Subi, right? When you're charting, make sure you're charting on continuous. For me, it's a 5 second delay. Slumped. That's a bad delay, brother. Nobody, if anybody's trading with the prop, you should not have delays that bad. So where do you change it? So you should go up. You'll see your Nasdaq symbol search, or here, like you could click on your Nasdaq up top, and you're gonna make sure the continuous is the NQ1 exclamation, right? That's your continuous right here, right? Same thing with MNQ. If you go to MNQ, you're gonna see MNQ, and it's just gonna be that first one, MNQ1 exclamation. That's your continuous. Also, make sure if anybody has this BADJ at the bottom highlighted, unhighlight that thing. Don't have that highlighted. It messes things up. Okay? This is where you would log in with your prop. Right? You will connect. Right? That's my TPT. And that should provide data for you guys, like that, as an example. But you should not have that D. Like if you don't have that D up top, that delay, you should not be delayed. Code, yeah. Bad House just put it on there. That BADJ. It's right down here at the right. Make sure that's not highlighted. I recommend charting on continuous. Yes. Like I recommend that. You can, I mean, like I've never honestly taken a look at like the actual NQM, right? The June contracts should look the same. Yeah, it looks the same. But for me, because when I plot, I want it to always stay. I don't want to have to make any adjustments when there's rollover. I always do continuous. You could trade off continuous. It auto rolls and everything. Like you should never have any issue with it. It should be the same. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Madhouse. That way you don't worry about the having to do any type of adjustments. So yeah, anybody that's having delays, definitely look into that issue because it should not be that delayed. You should not be having that kind of delay. Check your DOM, right? If you guys have Trade check the Trade Super DOM and see if you're getting delayed, or just go to Trade chart or whatever, right? Here's the problem with always trying to take trades on TradingView. If there's hiccups or speed in internet or refresh rate, is when you try to enter a trade in TradingView, it tends to be laggy, especially with news plays and things like that. It tends to be pretty delayed. So you want to be very careful when entering trades on TradingView with high volatility. The DOM has so far been super crispy, or just even like taking the chart trades on TradingView or Trade. Obviously, we don't have the indicators on there, but entering it through Trade tends to have a lot less lag than trying to enter trades on TradingView. All right, this is setting up for a push down now on the 5 minute as well. Like this cross down here at 314 is giving me like this wants to try to push down. But this needs to close underneath, right? Until that closes underneath, you want to see if the triple stack forms. Get rid of this. Actually, I should have just moved that up here. I should have just moved that up here. Whoops, wrong color. Damn it, why can't I choose the right color? Okay, there we go. So continuation push up if this has to break over 2450. 5 minutes about to make a level here at 15. So this is what our opening. Okay, I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little bit here of what the opening setup might look like. Might look like. We still have 30 whole minutes. I want to see what this 9 o'clock volume does when it comes in. But you're gonna have two levels. You're gonna have that level at 3014 and 93. You're gonna need to break through this whole 68 area to go down. If it's gonna go down further, you're gonna see a potential break and retest and a push. But there's that push down right there. Yeah, this is going to go test the 93 again. If this candle turns purple, it's not going to turn purple. Then no. Then maybe not. It might not go for the break just yet. Bounced off of 98 again. Clean wick. It's got 13 seconds. We're going to have that level up here at 313. So 93 and 313 are going to be like your 5 minute. The push down has to be violent to get through all this. Especially after a news play, it could absolutely do it. It could absolutely do it. Kind of sad that 5 minute didn't turn purple. Would have loved to see a trifecta set up. That would have given it strength to potentially blow through it. Doesn't mean it can't do it still. But this 93 needs to give way. And so far, a little bit of a bounce on it. Hit 95, bounced up 5 points. Not that much. All right, it's trying to pull up from that 93 again. So that 93 area. So between 93 and 68, you have a lot to get through. There's that 9 o'clock push right there I was looking for. And 93 is holding on for dear life. So that's a nice 10-point bounce from it. Yeah, so that 93 area is a strong area. But now you're sandwiched between all this. So be cautious. Y'all. All right. Oh, man, that was a nice bounce off of that area. Be cautious, y'all. Trade safe, okay? It's Friday. If you guys caught that news play, be super happy, right? Trade fundeds carefully. Friday have historically been my worst days, so I tread Fridays carefully. I usually have fun with evals. Only a couple fundeds that I trade. I already finished the majority of them last night. Go join in Llama and his or I think it's the coach doing the pre-markets now. So go join coach over there. And then 9:30 we got the morning show. But that was a freaking insane news play. If y'all caught that for 100-point instant pop, that was fun as hell. That was so freaking fun. I'm gonna see if I can do it again. Right. Normally I'm taking my daughter to school, so that's why I don't have it. My mother offered to take her, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, we got to do this again on Red Folder. This was fun. This is the stuff I used to enjoy doing when I would trade news. It was always explosive. It was always exciting. But I'll see you guys for Power Hour, right? So enjoy the morning. Trade safe, please. Right? Don't give back too much of what you got. Put those evals that you took those trades away, and just enjoy your fucking weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Have fun, right? Don't ruin the day now. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.